TGIF, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God it is Friday. We are 2 days away from episode 15 of Supergirl, and the title of that episode is called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Now, this has been a heck of a ride for this season. It's been up and down, but as I said in my podcast, that this second half of this season is going to be very promising. Now, in spite of the rumors about the show being canceled, which is a possibility, but I'm putting all that aside and I'm willing to sit here every Sunday and watch these episodes, just hoping for this big break. I'm hoping for this big turnaround. And with this trailer right here, this episode right here is the possibility that I've been looking for. Now, I decided to share this trailer with you guys. Now, if you already seen it, you guys already know my hype is about to reach its peak and possibly go beyond its peak. Now, with that being said, make sure you subscribe to my channel right now for more videos like this. Smash that like button if you're a fan of Supergirl, and smash that like button if you're a fan of this channel. Hit that bell and make sure your post notifications are turned on, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, here is the extended promo trailer for Season 4, Episode 15.
You don't have to do this.
I'm doing this for us.
I know what my brother's capable of. We have to find him. The world can't live under a red sun.
The entire human race. They're gonna thank me.
You don't know what you're toying with.
I want to see if the Kryptonian pretender can bleed.
Let's find him and stop him.
Superman. We think he's invincible.
I was the man of tomorrow, not him! Not him!
He's gonna flood the whole city.
You're gonna kill millions of people.
Mr. Luthor, have you anything to say before I render the verdict of this jury?
Superman made me do it.
Supergirl, all new episodes, Sunday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Now, can I say, how hype are you guys right now after watching that trailer? Because my brain is about to explode. Jon Cryer is perfect in this Lex Luthor role, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you guys aren't too familiar with who Jon Cryer is, there was a series of 2.5 Men. If you guys remember that show, that's where Jon Cryer is from. So it was great to have the CW bring in a familiar face and not have to, go out in the wild and try to bring in a perfect Lex Luthor, stay within the CW, bring in a different face that we really haven't seen in the comic book world, And I just want to say that him having the beard adds a distinguished look to the Lex Luthor character. It shows his toughness, and it shows the fact that, I've been in prison for a long time, I wasn't in there getting shaved heads and, getting all these perfect, facials and doing manis and petties and whatever the situation may be, because he is a man of power and he is one rich guy, so he has a persuasive way of doing things. But you can see the fact that, he's embracing that toughness and embracing that prison look. And I like the fact that he looks like that, And I just want to say that by this trailer alone, he looks like he might be the most violent version of Lex Luthor we had on the TV universe. Now, we all know Michael Rosenbaum has did a phenomenal job as Lex Luthor, and we did want him back as Lex Luthor, but they went out and got Jon Cryer, and I'm not at all mad at that. Just by this trailer alone, he looks like he's playing the perfect part. Some people that, are casted into certain roles, sometimes you can see like if they, they fit the bill for their counterpart. But I'm like, this guy looks like he was born to play Lex Luthor, and I'm happy for that. So just shout out to Jon Cryer and shout out to the CW for going out there and getting this guy for this episode. Now, within this trailer, you see him talking to Lena, his sister, and he's going to tell her basically, we're Luthers. This is what we do, There is no good in our family. You can clearly see that Lena has been battling this for throughout some time now, The fact that she is a Luthor, that's how everyone sees her, but she wants people to see her as more than just a Luthor, She wants to be a hero in a different kind of way. Now, we see her flip-flopping between, being good with helping Supergirl and helping out the DEO, and then now she's like convinced that she can, save people and make humans super. So she's working with the government. Now, people may say that's also, kind of helping out, being good or whatever, but no, it's really not. The fact that you have the ability to make people super and you want to work with the government with that, that's like very shady and suspicious to me. Now, I could be wrong. Right there in the comment section below, but that's how I feel about that situation. But anyway, he's out of prison. Now, this isn't something like he's been released on good behavior. This was like a temporary leave. The synopsis did say that, he was let out of prison just due to like a serious condition, meaning he possibly is on the brink of death and he wanted to, see his sister or whatever. So it's possible that, he waved some money around, had a very expensive lawyer, and now he's out on a temporary release, and of course we know he's not in any physical danger. He's not really dying or whatever, but that was his plan. That was the only way he was going to be able to get out of prison. So he took it. You know what? And now he says, I'm out and I'm going to continue where I left off. I want Superman in the ground. I want to make him bleed. I want to own him. I want to control him. And what other way can you do that than creating a red sun? Now, we do know there's also kryptonite, but Lex is Lex, he just wants to go full on. So he wants to mimic a red sun around the entire city. Now, this calls forth, Superman, because he is off world currently due to the crossover. He went to Argo with Lois, and Lois was pregnant. So we all knew that he was going to be there for more than like 6 months to maybe a year. Now, with this baby on the way and Lois, it is pointing towards maybe possible retirement or settling down or something like that. Who knows? I could be wrong, but the fact that we don't see Superman as much on the show, that could be a possibility. Now, there is rumors about a Superman and Lois series coming after Supergirl, meaning the whole cancellation thing they can pick up with these two characters, and that could replace Supergirl. And I don't know how I feel exactly about that, but that's the whole connection that I wanted to make. Now, also in this trailer, we do see John Jones, aka Martian Manhunter. Now, I'm not sure if he was speaking to Lex directly, but he was telling someone that what they're doing is wrong. It's madness, basically. So it is a possibility that, Lex could know that John is actually, the Martian Manhunter. And we see Martian Manhunter also struggling once again with finding a human being. I don't understand why they keep doing this to this man. He is a very powerful alien. Like, what the heck? Sorry, I had to pause for a second, had to reconnect my internet. But the thing is, Martian Manhunter is a very high class superhero, very strong, and his powers are extremely, powerful. There's no other way to put that, He has telepathic powers on another level, and then the fact that, I'm guessing he's searching for Lex. Like, how could you not locate him? Supergirl's like, find him. We have to find him. And then this is something that we keep seeing throughout numerous episodes. even in the last episode when he was searching for a Manchester Black, like he couldn't find him. Like seriously, he's the Martian Manhunter. Like this is in his coding, you know? Like this is who he is. He searches, he finds people. You know, he's a manhunter. So he shouldn't have a problem with finding a man. You know, it's not like Lex Luthor had powers and he suppressed his energy and you couldn't find him or something like that, you know, or he went invisible. No, he's just Lex Luthor. He just prancing around causing mayhem. How could you not find that person? But anyway, those are the many things that's what's wrong with the show. You know, you have these high class, superheroes that they introduce and they belittle the hell out of them, and it sucks. You know, so I am like maybe 75% sure that Superman could possibly be in this episode. Now, judging from this trailer, this could be old footage of Superman because I did say that he is off world, so it will kind of be probably hard for them to contact him from Argo, well, from Earth to Argo, um, and then the fact that he has to arrive, it might take some time. Now, I could be wrong about all of this, ladies and gentlemen. I could be wrong. You know, maybe he'll show up, but it just looks to me like this could be old footage from season 2 when Superman finally appeared in action, and it wasn't just off in the distance. He was actually here, this what that scene looks like, but I could be wrong. He could actually show up and try to, stop Lex. That would be awesome if we get Lex Luthor and Superman in the same episode. Now, that is just enough to raise the ratings in one night, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we wanted. This is what we've been longing for. This is what could possibly turn the show around and possibly get it from being canceled. This story alone in this one episode, and I hope it doesn't just take one episode. Now, this is something that I am, I tend to talk about this a lot because this is what the shows do. Sometimes they prolong something way too long, but I want them to prolong this just for Supergirl because it's in danger of being canceled, So this is a very good thing that can happen for the show. This could be a steady thing, keep Lex Luthor on, maybe have him pop in and out of prison and, cause mayhem, for Supergirl. Because if Superman is going to be off world, he might as well tackle her, Not that he has a problem with her, but she is a Kryptonian. And Kryptonians is what Lex Luthor hates, So why not tackle the cousin? But anyway, let's continue on. Lena is very scared, So now it's become like a life and death situation. You join your brother or you suffer like the rest of the world, or the rest of the city. However, the situation might end up. We don't know if it's going to be like a global thing or it could just be a citywide thing. But anyway, are you going to stand by your brother or are you going to stand by your city and try to stop your brother? That's her life and death situation. Now, I do believe that this episode is going to be promising, and I'm going to keep saying that because the hype for it is real. It looks so spectacular. John Cryer just looks perfect as Lex Luthor. You see that Lena is very hurt. She doesn't know what to do about her brother in this kind of situation and how to deal with it. Supergirl also never crossed paths with Lex Luthor before, so this is also very new for her as well. The DEO will have some very much work on their hands. And John, just to think, you were getting into this private eye stuff, and here you are again trying to save the world. And the fact that, he was willing to walk away from all of that and try to, walk in his dad's shoes, I knew that this wasn't going to work out for this character. And the fact that they were trying to make this a thing, it really hurt me in a way, because this is not who he is. You can clearly see it when he teams up with Supergirl sometimes and works with the DEO. You can tell that this is his home. This is where he belongs. He doesn't belong in a private eye office and sitting down talking with people and getting all these Valentine's Day gifts, because that was really weird. He had so many gifts from people. But anyway, like I said, you can tell that he misses the fight, and he wants to be a part of the fight. So they should just let him be a part of the fight. You introduce this character, let him stay. Don't push him away, putting him in a private eye office just to have him team back up with the DEO and team back up with Supergirl in certain situations, because she is starting to come to him for everything now, and the fact that they trying to basically write him off without actually writing him off, it just sickens me and it sickens other people. So I just ask that they just let John Jones, aka Martian Manhunter, be the man that he is. Be the Martian Manhunter. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the private eye version of Martian Manhunter. I don't. It's an interesting story, yes, but I don't want to see it. And we also still have the whole Children of Liberty and Ben Lockwood stuff. So it is a lot to deal with, but specifically for this episode, they probably will be pushed aside, because Lex is out. He's not going to have someone else trying to control what he wants to control. And we also had to deal with the actions of the end scene with last episode where James was shot in his back. Now, we don't know who shot him, but it probably was Lex Luthor, seeing as, it's kind of common because James is the best friend of Superman, so maybe that's one way to bring Superman back to Earth. James was shot in his back. So now he has to find out who did this. And that could be one possible way to bring Superman back. You know? And one thing about that shot in the back scene, I didn't really like it. It was kind of sad. It was kind of sad in a way because James is a very good character. The fact that he didn't really make it as Guardian, it kind of sucked to me. I wish Guardian was back, but it is what it is with the show. But the thing I didn't like is the whole slow motion effect of the scene, because it was like he didn't want to answer that phone. It was clear, that he didn't want to answer it. I'm off. I'm out. I'm clocking out. That's it. It's time to go. We did a good thing today. I took some very good pictures. You can see the excitement in his face when he's seeing his work on the news. And, it was just a good day, and it sucked that it had to end that way for him. But the whole slow motion effect, I didn't like it. He walked very slowly to the phone, and he's just so physically built. Like, he's so buff and he wears these tight clothing, and the whole scene, just to me, I'm like, this is just, I don't like this. He's walking very slowly. You can tell that the clothes are too tight on him, and you can see in his face, like, I don't really want to answer this phone, but they, like, they made him go attempt to answer the phone and he gets shot. And the fact that he didn't sense someone was behind him, it really sucked for James. He bled out on the floor. Now, we don't know if it's an official death confirmed because it hasn't been said, but it could be a possible thing that he may die or he may have to be in a wheelchair or something like that, depending on how they approach the situation. So with that being said, I am going to end this trailer review / breakdown / important update, whatever you want to call this video. But in a sense, I want you guys to give Supergirl a chance, try to stick by it, because this story right here can turn things around. And we also still have the Red Daughter situation, even though it seems like they decided to push it away just due to the fact that they don't even show her as much anymore. We saw her like preparing for something, doing extreme workouts, and then she started to bleed and she fainted. And then the general was wanting to contact someone in America. Now, I don't know what that situation is about or what it's involving, but maybe that story can still also help out in the attempts to turn this season around. Now, with that being said, I am going to end this video. I catch you guys in the next one. Just stay positive about the show and keep supporting it. Also, keep supporting this channel because I like the direction that it's going in. I'm starting to get my views, so I thank you guys for all your support. Keep sharing my videos with everyone. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.